What's up, my YouTube friends? I'm your crazy host, Jeremy from WeldTec Designs, and today we're taking measurements and we are going to have a lot of fun with this awesome Chinook behind me. So I know that there's a lot of Chinook owners out there, and my goal in this video is to help you guys, to help you get more ground clearance and a lot better ride. These things are awesome, they really are, and with a little bit of work we can make them even better. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 6-inch lift on this. We're gonna do our Baja grocery getter kit. But what I wanna do is kind of walk through this thing. We're gonna take some pre-measurements before we do anything to it, because if we get to the back of this, we'll know that it's extremely low. So we kind of put this on flat ground here, and we're gonna do a measurement coming up right here. We're at 32 5/8 of an inch to the bottom of the wheel well. So we'll come back and we'll check that when we come to the back. Now you're gonna see you have the skirting here, and this isn't that bad. So, you know, coming in at about 10 1/4 inches, you know, it's not huge. You're still gonna probably be able to get to most places that you wanna get. Not a lot of clearance though in the wheel wells. And what's cool about this is we will be putting bigger tires on it. But this is where it gets into the problem, is all of your drain pipes. And now your drain pipes here are coming in at about 8 inches. 8 1/4 inches. So this is definitely hanging down low, and it would be very easy to rip this thing off of the whole coach. I mean, even coming into our driveway here, it gets really close to the ground, and then gets even worse if you have anything hanging off of the back of this. A lot of you guys want to put a carrier on the back if you have a side door. Or if you have a rear door, you could still have a carrier and have it swing out of the way, because we know that these also don't have enough room for all of your gear if you're going to be living in it or doing, any kind of extended stay in this thing. It just doesn't have enough room in here. So we need to measure the back wheel well. So let's do that. So back wheel well, we're coming in right at about 33 inches. So 33 inches. You can see very little room in here at all. So I can't wait. I think there's all our pre-measurement heights. Let's take this thing inside and lift it. Let's have some fun with it, all right? All right guys, so the back of this, you're gonna see these leaf springs, and again, you can tell that these leaf springs sit really flat, and almost really they're starting, so under the load of this, they would sit actually negative. But what is one other thing that is on this, which is really important, which we're gonna be taking out, and this is just my opinion, you guys can agree and disagree. Let me know if you have them, have had them, or want to get rid of them on maybe your Ford. You may have a shuttle bus. These came on a lot of the Chinooks, and as I jump under here, I'm gonna grab this light, and you can see this in here. This is actually gonna have the MORryde suspension, which instead of having a shackle and a perch, which you would normally have on most Ford vans, this is gonna have a combination of like rubber bushings, pads, squishy poo-poo that just makes this thing work like crap. Now, I guess here's the thing, is if you wanted to maintain your stock height and you were really trying to just eliminate all the little bumps and dips, and you didn't have the ability to change your shock valving. Now, keep in mind, when these vehicles came out, we're talking, this is like 1990, I'll look at the date, late 1999, 2000. I'm gonna say shock technology was not where it is today. So they didn't have the ability. There wasn't, Fox wasn't killing it like they are now. King wasn't, making crazy stuff like they are now. A lot of it was all race inspired stuff that now has transitioned from race to street. And with that progression, we've gotten a lot better shocks. So with that a lot better, sounded horrible. Anyways, with better shock technology comes less of a need to run things like this, and these work like poop. Now in comparison to a really good set of shocks. Now
created by go, you know the thing.
Man, I'm just a mess today. It's too early. I need my coffee. Running our custom springs in the back of this. Now you're gonna have a ton more arc. Like we said, you can see these things, they're flat, they're poo-poo, they're ready to come out. They're ready to get recycled and be something else. I'll show you the new springs that are gonna go in there. They're gonna have a ton more arc, and we're gonna get rid of all of the MORryde suspension. So once we get that in there, I will come back over and show you guys, but it's no bueno. So a lot of other things that you can do to it to make it ride better. So I hope this is helping. If you guys have more questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them in the next video, but we're definitely gonna have more to come in this video. So it's long. Get a cup of coffee, hang out with me, all right? We're learning about vans today, guys. All right, so back to the Chinook project, guys, and we are checking out the rear suspension. We showed you this before that we put the rear springs in, and now you can see them in there. Also, this had the MORryde setup with those giant rubber bushings or rubber isolators. Now we have a shackle perch and a shackle in the back of this. So you can see in here a lot more arc to the spring. And then also take a look, you can see how many springs there are in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus that negative overload spring in there as well. So this should give you a really nice ride. And there is no need to run a block in the back of these. And then you can see, did I already show you guys that? You know you want to see it again. There's that Fox shock hanging out in there. So we're ready to put some wheels and tires back on this. And we are going to a bigger tire, and there it is right there. If you want to see the size tire, it's a 235/85/16. So we're going to throw those things on, pull this thing outside, and show it to you some more. All right, guys, it's day 3, and when I say day 3, it is hot as crap out here. I got my tape measure and my Gatorade. You know, I want to make sure I'm got enough fluid so I can make it through this whole video. I know you guys would hate it if I passed out in the middle of this. So we showed you guys this awesome Chinook when we started it. We took some measurements and we're back to do it again. So we want to show you guys some comparisons. We've showed you what we did to the front of it and we showed you what we did to the rear of it. But we all want to know what in the end we're coming in at. I'm gonna call that 39 5/8. So we'll put here's before, here's the after number. Let's see how bitchin' Austin is. See if he can make it all line up right there. And at the bottom of the skirting, we're coming in at 17.5 inches. So huge. I mean, I can just tell that it's a big difference. So, and in the back here, we're coming in at just under 40 1/4. We're gonna call it 40 3/16. So you can see what a difference not only the lift is going to make, but what the wheels are going to make as well. So now what's really nice about this, to keep the cost down, we didn't do, oh, I totally screwed that up, new tires. We did not do new wheels. The wheels we actually are a powder coated hubcap that we did. We black out a lot of the RVs now and a lot of these Chinooks. It's a lot cheaper than actually doing a wheel or powder coating your wheels. So, and as we went over it earlier, a 235/85/16 tire. What's nice about this tire is it's gonna give plenty of room between the dualies in here so that way the dually tires are not rubbing together. You can see I can easily fit my hand in here. And what's great about that is you can still air these tires down and you're still gonna typically have room depending on how much you air them down. So that is another thing that is really nice about this size tire on a dually rear end. So whether you have a Chinook or a RV, this is the tire size that we're gonna recommend for it. So in the front, we'll jump back up there. I'll make sure I show you guys everything we did up there. We showed you the custom leaf springs and getting rid of all the MORryde poo-poo. And I wanna show you one other thing about that MORryde that, you know, these customers didn't even know, so. And my poop plumbing is 15.5 inches now. 15.5 inches. Did you guys get a nice reflection from the sun off that one? It's starting to get hot. Woo, doggy. Woo, doggy. All right, now that we got all of our measurements out of the way, Usually it's sponsored by Red Bull or something, or at least I say it is, you know, my Gatorade. So up front, guys, kept it simple, kept it easy. You know, we showed you guys what this is. This is the Baja Grocery Getter Kit. We added our Fox shocks to it and our steering stabilizer. I'm not getting down on this asphalt today. It is way too hot as we are over 100 degrees here in beautiful El Cajon, California. I do want to show you guys part of this more ride. Once we took it apart, it was even worse than we thought. Let's go show you this.
Hello?
Hello? The ice cream man came by. Perfect timing. These are more rides. So you see this awesome bracket, and this mounts to this plate right here, and then has this crazy contraption right there, and it's all just poo-poo. And what's even more poo-poo about this is this was actually broken. And you can tell by how dirty it is in there that it's actually been broken for quite some time. And once we unbolted it, the rest of it just kind of fell apart. So most of you probably wouldn't even know that your more ride is broken. You just know that the back end of your van rides like poo-poo, or maybe you don't even know that it rides like poo-poo, and I'm here to enlighten you that it does. So maybe if we're really lucky, we can come in hot through the parking lot. We'll have to ask the customer, see what he thinks. This thing is awesome. I dig it. If we don't get a chance to do that, that's all I got in this video. I hope this video was helpful. If you have a Chinook or an RV, you're interested in lifting it, hell, you may even have one of these with a school bus on the back of it. Anyways, our goal here is to help you out, not have you do any of this twice. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jeremy from WeldTec Designs, and I will see you guys later.